Long before maps gave names to every river and mountain, there was a peaceful village called Nkalu. The villagers believed the great river beside them was alive. They said it could hear every promise spoken near its waters and never forgot a single one. Children were warned never to lie by the riverbank. Lovers exchanged vows there. Kings settled disputes beside its flowing waters. The elders called it the River of Memory. Among the villagers lived a humble young fisherman named Obi. Unlike the others, Obi laughed at the old stories. Water cannot remember, he often said. The oldest woman in the village, Mama Adana, would only smile. One day, she whispered, the river will remember you. One dry season, fish became scarce. Obi wandered farther than anyone dared. As evening fell, he found an untouched part of the river where giant fish leaped from the water. Without thinking, he shouted, I promise never to take more than I need. Immediately, hundreds of fish gathered around his canoe. His nets became so heavy they nearly tore apart. Instead of gratitude, greed entered his heart. The next morning, Obi returned with larger nets. He caught everything. Large fish, small fish. Even the river turtles disappeared beneath his traps. He smiled proudly, never noticing the river had gone strangely silent. That night, Obi couldn't sleep. Someone whispered his name. Obi. He searched outside. Nobody. Again. Obi. The voice drifted from the river. When he approached the shore, the water began forming tiny ripples, although there was no wind. Then, a woman's reflection appeared. She wore flowing robes woven from water itself. Her eyes glowed like moonlight. You made a promise. Obi stumbled backward. I don't believe in spirits. The woman smiled sadly. You do now? The following morning, every fish Obi had caught had vanished. Only wet baskets remained. The next day, his canoe drifted away by itself. Then, his fishing nets unraveled into tiny threads. Soon his crops dried. His goats disappeared. Everything he gained after breaking his promise slowly vanished. The villagers whispered, the river remembers. Still, Obi refused to apologize. Mama Adana finally spoke. If you wish to undo your mistake, travel to the spring where the river is born. The journey lasted 3 days. Obi crossed forests where trees whispered forgotten names. He climbed mountains hidden by clouds. He followed glowing butterflies that appeared only at night. Finally, he reached the sacred spring. Its water flowed upward into the sky before falling back to earth. There waited the river spirit once more. You broke one promise, the spirit said. To restore balance, you must witness 3 forgotten memories. The water swirled. Obi saw a hungry child sharing his last meal, a queen refusing treasure to save her people, an old fisherman returning a rare fish to protect future generations. Each memory ended with sacrifice. Each brought unexpected blessings. Obi lowered his head. I understand. The spirit handed Obi a golden fishing hook. Use it once. Only once. When Obi returned home, the river overflowed with fish unlike anything he'd ever seen. One cast could make him richer than any king. His hands trembled. He remembered the promise. Slowly, he threw the golden hook into the deepest water. Without using it, the river glowed brilliantly. The waters rose peacefully. The fish returned. Birds filled the skies. Flowers bloomed along the banks overnight. The river spirit appeared one final time. You have remembered what mattered. She disappeared into sparkling mist. From that day, the river blessed every fisherman who respected. Years passed. Obi became the village elder. Children gathered around him every evening. Whenever someone laughed at the old stories, he smiled. Then he pointed toward the river. It remembers. No one doubted him anymore, because every promise spoken beside the river was always kept. Even today, some say there are rivers that remember every word spoken beside them. Perhaps the river itself is not magical. Perhaps it is our own hearts that never truly forget broken promises. Promises shape trust. Trust shapes families, communities, kingdoms. And when trust is broken, nature itself seems to mourn. So if you ever stand beside a quiet river, speak only words you truly intend to keep, because somewhere, the water may still be listening.